Well, hello there. Thanks for checking in on the new lesson on translations on the Cartesian coordinate system. We're going to be talking about translations, also known as slides, but last year you learned them as translations, so it's all good. I apologize for uploading this a little bit later than I thought, but I got caught up with a couple things with the photography club, but we're ready to go. So let's take a look at translations. So if we remember from last year, when we have a translation, we use this terminology a lot, 5 right and 2 up. We're going to continue with the same idea this year, but we're just going to make it look a little different. So if I've got this triangle over here and I want to translate it 5 right and 2 up, what I do is just essentially move each point over to the direction that it told me to go. So here I'm at -5 at this point, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces to the right and 2 up. Actually, it lands at 0. And each other point I move 5 right and 2 up as well. So this one over here, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 up. And if I translate that or draw it in there, I've got my triangle translated 5 right, 2 up. Now this year we're going to use the term vectors for translating. We're going to still keep those same instructions like 5 right, 2 up from the previous example, but let's see what happens here. When I move things over 5 right and 2 up, well specifically the 5 right, what I'm doing is moving things over onto the right side of the Cartesian plane into the positive side of things. And when I'm moving numbers 2 up, whoop, that's not right. 2 up, you like the arrows? Pretty cool. I'm moving into the positive side as well. So I'm going to write this a little bit differently. I'm going to write my vector with square bracket, and I'm going to call it 5 or +5 because I label my x-axis or x movement first, and +2 square bracket. This is just a new way that I'm going to use to name this movement 5 right, 2 up. It's called a vector. So let's see how this works with this example. I've got here 4 left and 7 down. So if I write it as a vector, as a proper vector, I'm going to do a square bracket. 4 left means that I'm going to be moving to the left side or to the negative side. So it's going to be -4 and comma, and I'm going to be moving down 7 spaces. So it's going to also be a negative too, because I'm moving towards the negative side of things here. So my translation vector is going to be -4 and -7. And when I move that shape, well, you know where it kind of generally goes, but I'll move it anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my new shape is over here. Okay, so I use that vector, -4 and -7. And if I look at this one over here, I've got +6 and -4. +6 means I'm going to be moving to the positive side of the Cartesian plane, and -4 I'm going to be moving down. So I'm moving to the right and then down 6 spaces and 4 spaces. So let's go move this triangle over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces down. Then I could do the other way to move things. After I've got 1 space down, I could just count and use the relative distances here. So this point was here. The one below it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4 to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got my new translated shape. So now it's going to be your turn. what I'm going to ask you to do is take a look. For question 1, you're going to identify the coordinates after each translation. And I just wanted you to press pause after you take a look at it and see what translation or where the coordinates are going to be using that translation. And for question 2, you're going to identify that vector used. So there's going to be 2 shapes, and you're going to tell me how each shape got to its second position. So let's take a look at the first question. So for question 1 here, what I want you to take a look at is this trapezoid here. You're going to use this translation vector of +7, -4 to move it to a new location, and I want you to identify what the coordinate points are for the new trapezoid after you move it. And for the triangle, you're going to use this vector -3, -8, and I want you to tell me the points of the new coordinates where they would land after you translate it. So I want you to go ahead and press pause now, and then just do your answers, and then we'll go on to the second question. All right, for question 2, what I want you to do is I want you to identify the translation vector for each shape. Where did it, or what vector did you need to move it? So you're going to look at this trapezoid A, and what was the vector that you needed to get to trapezoid B? And for triangle A, what was the vector that you needed for needed to get to triangle B? Make sure that you put square brackets, and please make sure that you have the signs as well. That's super important. Okay, and those questions, when you get to class tomorrow, you can just take a look on the board. There'll be a space, so if people want to put up answers, that'd be great. See you tomorrow. Bye.